Good morning, Earth scientists. It is Wednesday and it's a great day because it is review day. So, now what we are going to do today is we are going to wrap up everything that we've learned in this unit, review it, and be ready for tomorrow's test. So, let's take a look at our game plan for the day. We are going to start off with our review day, and then again, tomorrow's a test. So hopefully you've established that or remember that the test is tomorrow. And your study guides are going to be due tomorrow. You'll get your scores um, tomorrow night, or I should say pretty much right after school is done. You'll get your scores, and we'll review the test on Friday. Get books on Friday as well. We have a little scientific method wrap that we will do just to kind of review everything, get that all tied up and put a bow on it and get ready to send it down the street. So just one final review on the scientific method. So got some sheet to go through that. Obviously you're not here, so that's fine. It is just kind of a review, more of a note type sheet. Then I can explain all the learning targets on my yellow study guide for tomorrow's test. A little bit about the test. It is summative, which means it's 80% of your grade. Or it's in the 80% category, excuse me. It's 20 questions. It is via Google form, and really just try your best. A lot of the stuff that we're doing, it is review, meaning like it's not brand new information. We've talked, or I should say, you've talked about the scientific method in other science classes, so this should not be the first time you've been through the scientific method. We'll do a couple rounds of Quizlet Live, and then we'll get into our study guide. A few things about the study guide. First off, the first couple questions, you're not going to see it on the test. This it basically was wrapped up with the Science Giants project. Then we went through the front page. This is the bottom half of the front page, all the different tools and what do they measure. Here's some more practice on graphs. We'll talk about mean, median, and range. There will be questions on the test tomorrow dealing with mean, median, and range, and you will have a calculator. Dr. Fiak going through the steps of the experimental process scientific method. This was what we did yesterday with our lab, so that should be done, ready to go. Dr. Fiak. Independent dependent variable, we're going to cross off that goofy final column asking about line graph, bar graph. Cross that off. We don't need that. Um, Below that, when we're talking about independent, dependent, cross off the type of graph, line or bar. Don't need to know that stuff. It's not going to be on the test. And then we'll talk about a couple things on the back page. First off, I explain what is required for scientific data to be valid. For scientific data to be valid, and this obviously, if I'm going over these things, it is because they're going to be on the test. So for scientific data to be valid, if I'm going to do an experiment, for it to be valid, we're looking for multiple trials, at least 3 trials, multiple trials, have controls and variables, need to have measurable data, and it needs to be done accurately. Change just one variable at a time. Those are some key things for number 11 on the study guide. The other one here, number 13, what 2 things can be used as evidence to make a conclusion in science? Observations and data. So those are the 2 things, and wink, wink, might want to make sure to know those for tomorrow's test. And really, that kind of wraps up our review day. So for tomorrow's test, use your brain, use your study guide. Study guide's graded 5 points. Practice, practice, practice. There is a Socrative. The room is Payne STMA. Payne STMA. That Socrative is open and running, and it will be running until tomorrow morning. So I will leave it open all night long. Yeah, and just study. Make sure that you're feeling comfortable and confident for tomorrow's test. And that is the game plan for today. So even though you're not here, there are things that you can be doing. You can be finishing up your study guide. You can be doing a Socrative. You can be checking your study guide. The answer key will be below this video. Reach out with questions, and that's that. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow on test day.